You know, my friend John stayed with his cousin yesterday. He came late to the class, and the teacher scolded him a lot. John said his cousin's brother made him finish the chore before they would let him leave the school. He said they always trouble him and make him a lot of housework. Oh no, he must feel very bad. John is a very nice boy. He doesn't disobey anyone. He's very nice to his cousin's brother despite the way they treat him. That's very nice of him. We should always forgive people for their mistakes. Have you heard about stories of Cinderella? Once upon a time, there lived a young girl called Cinderella. Cinderella's mother had died, and so her father had married another woman who had two daughters. One day, Cinderella's father went to work and never returned. Cinderella was left at the mercy of her stepmother and two stepsisters who made her do all of the housework, who made her do all the housework of the house. Cinderella, it's morning already. Where is your breakfast? Just a moment, stepmother. I'm just bringing it out. As soon as her dad had laid the breakfast, the stepmother and stepsister started eating it. Cinderella served her own plate too and was about it when her stepsister pushed her own plate away. Yup, I hate it. Yes, now you mention it. It's really horrible, mother. Do something. Cinderella, are you trying to kill us? What kind of food is this? But stepmother, I have made it the way I always made it. How dare you agree with me? Go and make new breakfast for us. Don't you dare do anything else till we had our breakfast. And this is what went to in the house every day. The stepmother and stepsister troubled Cinderella without any reason. But she loved them and still never complained. One day, an announcement was made in the village. Let everybody know there will be a royal ball in the palace tomorrow night, and the king's son, Prince Charming, will marry a maiden from amongst the guests. Everybody from the village is invited. The whole village is exciting. Even Cinderella's stepmom and her stepsisters couldn't stop talking about it in the house. And what is how we found out about the ball? The royal ball, Prince Charming. The whole village is invited. I will finish my work quickly so we can go on together. Wouldn't it be just wonderful? You, who said anything about you going? You will stay here and polish our shoes till you can see your face in them. And so with a heavy heart, Cinderella shot the stepmother and her sister straight up, and left for the royal ball the next day. Once they had left, she cried bitterly. Suddenly, her room lit up, and Cinderella saw the most beautiful fairy she could imagine. She held the hand delicate ones. Who are you? Get up, child. I'm the fairy godmother. I'm here to get you to the royal ball. Really? I never knew I had a fairy godmother. But But how will I get to the bone? I don't have anything to wear. You don't worry about that, my child. And so, in just a few minutes, Cinderella was ready for the royal ball. As they thanked her fairy godmother and got aboard the chariots, she received a word of caution from the fairy godmother. Remember to be back home at 12, otherwise the spell will wear off. Soon Cinderella arrived at the palace, entered the great ballroom. Everyone turned to look back who this beautiful maiden was. Nobody could recognize her, even her own step, and to be back home at 12, otherwise the spell will wear off. Soon Cinderella arrived at the palace, entered the great ballroom. Everyone turned to look back who this beautiful maiden was. Nobody could recognize her, even her own stepmother and stepsister. Prince Charming walked to her. May I have this stand with you? Yes, Your Highness. And so Cinderella and Prince Charming danced throughout the evening till Cinderella heard the clock strike. Fairy godmother word came back to her. She needed to get out before the clock struck 12. Without saying a word, she tore away with the prince grasp and ran out of the palace. The prince ran after her. Wait, what's wrong? Why are you running? I don't even know your name. But Cinderella dared not wait or even look back. Her beautiful gone away, already turning in red again. Her hair was coming loose from the perfect bun a fairy godmother had made for her. She didn't even stop when one of the glass slippers came out of the foot and fell in the palace right away. She ran out of the palace and vanished into the darkness on her path that led to her home. Once home, she went back to polishing and the shoe that had been given to her and decided never speak to anyone about the bone. A few days later, two men from the palace showed up in the door. The lady was Charming fell in love with her behind the glass slipper at the royal ball. He believed that such a beautiful slipper could fit only his beloved, and so we asking all the girls to try a slipper. The ones whom it fit would be the one he will marry. If you have any girl in the house, please ask them to try his slipper. Oh, yes. I'm sure it's one of my daughters. They slipper would fit one of them, and so both of the sisters tried to fit in the slipper, one by one. They pushed and pushed, but they couldn't get their foot in. Look like it wasn't your daughter after all. Is there any young lady in the house? No, there isn't. You can leave. As the king's man was ready to leave, suddenly the door of the house was thrown open, and the prince himself stood here. Who is this beautiful girl upstairs the window? Madam, you have lied to us. I demand that girl call for and try the slipper. Yes, but she only the servant girl. Nevertheless, Cinderella come through at once. Yes, stepmother. The moment Prince Charming saw her, he knew he had found his beloved. He took the slipper from the king's man and slipped it in on her foot himself. The slipper fit perfectly in a moment. Cinderella has once again transformed into the beautiful maiden from the night of the ball. Prince Charming took her to the palace with him. He ordered that her stepmother and stepsister be punished of the Lion King man and treating her so badly and rudely. But being the kind of person that what Cinderella asked for them to forgive. The prince falling with her even more for her generosity, and they lived happily ever after. Wow, Chia, how wonderful it is to forgive people. Thanks for telling me a story. I will tell it to John too, and I'm sure he will like it. Oh, shall we going home now? I think it's getting late.